Hello everyone, welcome to today's session in Quantsapp. In today's lesson, we will be talking about very important and basic thing for a trader. Okay, either you are an intraday trader or either you are a swing trader. Okay, but before starting the video, if you are new here, you can go in the description. There is a link below. With the help of that, you can download and install Quantsapp web application. After successful registration, you will get some free tools in the application that will help you out in your trading. Okay, now in the application, we have a video library. So in the video library, we have made multiple videos for you based on Pro Plus tools as well as on various strategies, and these videos are available in multiple languages like English, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi and Tamil as well. So you can choose your preference and you can watch these videos in your main time. At any point of time, if you guys are having any kinds of doubts or query, so you can go in the support section and you will get our email ID as well as contact number, so you can contact us and we will be there to sort your queries out. Okay, so as we were talking, we will be talking in this lesson about a very basic and important thing, and that is your support and resistance. And many times my trader friends, they have a tendency to ignore these basic terms, right? But if you will keep these important factors in your trading while you are trading, okay, so it will increase your efficiency. Okay, so that is why we have brought this topic today, that is your support. Okay, so that is your support and resistance. Okay, that is your support and resistance. Now what we usually mean by support and resistance, so it is very basic. Okay, so for suppose my market is coming down, okay, and from a certain level it took a support, or you can say the price rejected. Okay, so then again it will go in the upward direction, so that will act as my support. Okay, so market is taking a support here, you can say. Okay, so that will act as a support. Similarly, if my price is going in the upward direction, so if my price is going in the upward direction and at a certain point, okay, at a certain point there is a level from where my price got rejected, okay, so it came down, so that point will be acting as my resistance. So that point will be acting as my resistance, you can say. Okay, why? Because the price took a resistance here, okay, and there was a rejection of the price, and that is why my market came down, right? Now these levels are very essential because at any point of time, if they will be broken out, so you can see a very significant movement in the market. Okay, and that is why we are studying support and resistance here, right? Now there are some certain points that you have to be careful and that you have to take care of while you are trading. Okay, what are these points? Okay, so now you got to know what are the support and resistance, okay, or maybe you already know them, okay, but what are the various type of support and resistance? So I'll tell you that, and for that let's start with the first one. Okay, let's start with the first one, and that one is very basic and I hope everyone knows it. Okay, and that is the multiple rejection. That is the multiple rejection. Okay, multiple rejection. It means my market is taking multiple rejection from a certain level, and that is why we are considering it like it is my very strong support or it is my very strong resistance, right? Why? Because the market, you can say that level, because that level is not letting the price to go above or go down that from that certain level, right? So that is the multiple rejection. So for suppose my market was moving like this, okay, so there was a level, so from this level my price, it went down, okay, so there must be some movement like this, okay, again my market reached to this level and again there is a rejection of price, okay, after some time again it reached to this level, okay, and again there is a rejection from time. So you can see there was a rejection first time, there was a rejection second time, and then there was a rejection third time as well, right? So what I will consider? I will consider this level as my resistance. Why? Because I am having multiple rejection from this level and price is not able to move above it, right? So this will be acting as my resistance. So this is a very common way, okay? With the help of that, many traders tend to find the resistance, right? So this is the most common way. Similarly, if my price is not able to go down below a certain level, so for example this is the level and you can see my price was rejected here, then again it came down and from there it rejected in the upward direction, again it came rejected in the upward direction, and again now my price is again at certain level, right? So what will I expect? Because my price is at that level from where it usually face rejection, so the buyers will be activated here, right? They will be initiating their upward trend. Okay, so there will be a upward direction, right? Now why my price is moving in the upward direction from this certain point, or why my price is moving down from this certain point? Okay, so there is a logic behind it, right? Because whenever the price rejected from a certain point, okay, so now the traders, they must be thinking like whenever my price will again come to this level now, okay, the same scenario can happen again, right? Now there must be some buyers again, okay, so for example there was a buyer, okay, there was a buyer and this was a level of 105 as well, right? This is the level of 105. Now when my market came at this level at 105, he initiated a buying position, right? Now the price went in the downward direction, so he is facing a loss here, right? So what he will do? Usually the traders wait, okay, why? Because they want market to come again at their buying position, and at that time when the market will come again at their buying position, okay, so he will square off his trade, okay, so when he will square off his trade, so he has bought here a position here, so he will sell again when the market will reach at 105 again, so he will sell because of fear that the market will again go down, right? So he will sell at this point of time. So because of this selling position as well, okay, and because of the sellers as well, because there will be some sellers who must be thinking now the price is you can say overvalued, okay, so it can again go down, so there will be some new sellers that are adding their position here, okay. So there can be multiple orders, okay, they might be the market orders, they might be the limit order, okay, so they usually placed here, okay, they are usually placed here. Also there are some certain stop losses, okay, so people keep their stop losses you can say above this resistance and below this support, okay. So usually when market comes here, okay, so the market tends to move downward direction, right? So this is the logic behind it, why my resistance or support reject the price, right? Now the first one was the multiple rejection, so I hope the concept is clear, right? Now again for the second point, what we will do, the imbalance of buyers and seller, right? So the second point is the imbalance of buyers and seller, okay. What I mean from it, imbalance of buyers and sellers, okay. Now suppose there is a condition when my market went in the downward direction, like this, okay, and then there was a level from where my market got rejected, and from this level there was a very significant upward movement, okay. So the movement was like this, okay. When it came down, so it was making swing high, swing low like this, okay. But when it went upward, so in 2 or 3 candles my market reached to the same level from where it came down, okay. For suppose these are the 5 days, so my market took 5 days to come down, okay, but in just 2 days it again moved at the same direction. It means this is the imbalance of buyers and sellers. The sellers took 5 days to for the market to come down, okay, they took 5 days, so the sellers took 5 days, okay, and that is why the market fall here. But in just 2 days again the sellers were so aggressive that it took the market again back to this level, right? So it means there is an imbalance of buyers and seller. So there is a imbalance of buyers and seller. So whenever you will get that point from where a good movement started, okay, and you can see a clear imbalance of buyers and sellers here, right? The sellers were very weak, the buyers are very strong, okay. So you don't have to wait for the multiple rejection here. So you can just consider this level as your very strong support, okay. So this is the imbalance of buyers and seller, and whenever you will notice this imbalance, okay, at any chart, at any stock, at any index, so what will you do? You will just consider that level as a very strong support, okay, or if it will be happening in the upward side, okay, so you will consider that as your very strong resistance, right? So this is the second point, how you can draw proper support and resistance, okay, that is your imbalance of buyers and sellers, right? Now coming to the third point, okay, so coming to the third point, that is your swing high, okay, or you can say major swing high, okay, or major swing low, okay. This is the third point, how you can draw a proper support and resistance now, right? Now for suppose your market was moving, okay, so your market was moving in the upward direction, so you suppose this is a stock X, right? Now X is making a all-time high, right? X is making a all-time high, so it was making a swing high here, so this was the swing high, again this was the swing high, and similarly it is making swing low when it is going in the upward direction, swing low. So you can see this was a good uptrend, okay, so your stock X is moving with a good uptrend here, right? Now the stock X is at its all-time high, right? So X is all-time high पे है, right? right? So if it is at all-time high, okay, and if it is getting rejected here, okay, so again you don't have to wait for the multiple rejection, okay. So if there will be a major swing high, all-time high, okay, so that will be considered as your resistance automatically, right? Similarly, if the market is moving in the downward direction, okay, market is moving in the downward direction, and after a very long time, or you can say for the first time, okay, the market fall to this level, okay, the market fall to this level. For example, the market was at this level at 2002, okay, or 2003, and again your market is at this level again at 2003 and 4, okay. So you will automatically consider this level as your very strong support, right? If the market will again go in the upward direction, okay, so you will consider this level which was your major low, right? So you will consider this level as your major support, okay. The market will again take a support. You don't have to wait for the multiple rejection here, right? Because this is your major low. And similarly, when the market will be at its all-time high, right? So this will be automatically, this will be your very strong resistance, right? So this is your major swing high, you can say, right? So this is one of the strategy. With the help of that, you can draw your proper support and resistance, right? Third point. Okay. Now coming to the fourth and last point. Okay. So coming to the fourth and last point. Now in the fourth point, how we will be trading here. So there is a change of polarity. So I have discussed about this in multiple videos. So that is a change in polarity. Okay. It means your support can be your resistance and your resistance can be your support, right? Okay. So your market was moving like this. Okay. And then it made a support here. Okay, so then it made a support at this level. Okay, so your market was taking support multiple times. Okay, so it was your support, right? Now after some time your market broke that support, okay, and now it is moving in the upward direction. Now it is moving in the upward direction, in the downward direction, and in the downward direction when it came to this level. So what will happen here? Okay, what will happen here? So usually when the market was going, when market was taking it as support, so this level was, suppose this is 105. Right now, usually when we are taking 105 as our support level, and when market broke it down and again it reached to 105, okay, so this is the tendency of the people or trader, okay. So this level usually is stuck in our mind, okay. So what will happen? The people will again keep their orders at this point of time, so that it will again work as a resistance, okay. So the market will come down from this certain level. So this is a change in polarity. Before it was acting as support here, but because of the, you can say, because of the psychology, because of the tendency of the human behavior, okay, now again it will act as your resistance, okay. So this is your change in polarity. The same level that was acting as a support, now in the present time it can act as your resistance as well, right? So this is the change in polarity. So these are the 4 points that you have to take care of, okay, while you are drawing your support and resistance, right? Now let's just quickly take all these 4 steps in the application, and we will see how we can trade with it, okay. So for that I am going in the Quantsapp application. In the analyze section, charts, trade and order. Okay, so the time frame I will use, I can use this strategy in multiple time frames. I can choose the intraday time frame as well. Okay, I can choose the swing time frame for cut. Okay, so ready, 1, 2, 3, start. I can choose the intraday time frame as well. I can choose the swing trading time frame as well, right? So for currently I am using just 5 minutes. Okay, in the 5 minutes, what I will do, just let's see. Okay, so you can see this is the point of time. Okay, so I was about to draw a resistance here because my market, you can see my market was taking, let me show you clearly. Okay, so my market was taking a rejection here at this point of time. Okay, again it was taking a rejection, again a rejection. So there are multiple rejections. It means this is my very strong resistance, right? Now, at any point of time, if my market would have broken it, okay, so I would be entering in that trade, right? But you can see here, there was a gap up opening, so obviously I would not be trading in the gap up opening here. But now at any point of time, you can see the 4th step, that was a change of polarity. Okay, that was a change in polarity. So that is also visible here. So this stock is Infi, right? So Infi, we just saw the first point. The first point was multiple rejection. So I can see multiple rejection here. So it means this is a very strong resistance, right? Now I was not able to trade here. Why? Because the market just opened with a gap, right? So I was not able to trade here. But now you can see from the fourth strategy, that was the change in polarity. Again, my market came down to this level, right? So before it was acting as my resistance, but now it acted as my support, right? So when it acted as my support, okay, so I could have taken a trade here. You can see there was a very good volume as well. Okay, you can see from some time the volume was very good here, so it was above my average volume, right? And at that time I was also getting good indications of bullish signals here, right? So I could have taken a trade in the bullish direction from this resistance, okay, from this support which was acting as a resistance previously. So my first and my 4 points are validated from a single graph as well, right? Let's see other example as well. Let's see some other example as well, right? So let's see if we'll get some examples of imbalance as well, and then I'll show you. Okay, so you can see here at this point of time, right? You can see. Okay, so I got a perfect example for imbalance as well. Okay, so here you can see when the market went downward, okay, so at that time when the market was moving in the downward direction, so there were multiple candles, okay, so the sellers took the market to this level, okay, and they were struggling here, right? But when the buyers took over, so in the 2 candles they just made a very good movement here. So what will happen? I will just treat this level as my support. So at any point of time, if my market will come to this level, at that time what will happen? The market will again reject itself in the upward direction. Okay, so let's see what are the levels here. So if I will check the low of this candle, so the low of this candle was 1832. Let's see if my market came to this level at any point of time. So at 1832, okay, let's see 1832. Okay, you can see the same level. It was the same level. So let me mark this. So this was the level here, 1832, from where I saw a good movement. Okay, and again you can see when market broke it up, okay, broke this resistance up, okay, at that time I got a good momentum in the market. Again in the recent time, from the same point of time, my market took a support here, okay, you can see. So how I analyzed support from the past, okay, from the imbalance of the market, okay, and that is the same support that is acting as my support in the current market as well. And right now my Infosys is breaking it down, and there is possibility now it has broken my very strong support, so it will move further in the downward direction. That is the possibility here, right? So yes, I have to check the volume for it again, right? So this was the third example. This was the okay. Now going for the fourth strategy, that was our all-time high. So you can see if I am analyzing Infi here. So what was the date? On the day of, just a second. On the day of, it is I think 17 Jan 2022. Okay. So my Infi was at all-time high, right? And when it was all-time high, so you can see at that time on 17 January 22, what was the highest level here? That is 1952, right? So if at any point of time, if my market is making all-time high, that is 1952, right? So I will automatically assume this level as my resistance point. So at any point of time, if my market will reach approximately to 1950 or 1952 or 1948, 50, 52, right? So that will be the point of time from where I'll expect market to fall down again, right? Because that is my very strong resistance, right? So let's see if my market follows that or not. Okay, so if we will analyze it in the present time as well. So let's see if Infi rejected from this point of time or not. Okay, so you can see again my market, you can see the high was 1981, right? So the market was 1981, okay, it tried to break 1950, okay, but obviously that was acting as my very strong resistance, okay, so my market did not sustain above 1950, and again you can see the market fall down. Again it tried to reach that 1960, but it did not sustain, okay, and again it went in the downward direction. So that is why whenever there will be a major swing high, okay, that will be forming at all-time high, so that will be acting as my resistance automatically, right? So you have to take care of that as well, right? So today we studied about 4 steps how you can draw the support and resistance. we validated them as well. Okay, so this is how you can draw your support and resistance as well, right? So I hope the concept is clear. I hope you got to know something good today. If you like the video, you can share your views in the comment section. You can share this video with your friends as well. Make sure subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much guys. This is your trainer Ankit Singh. Have a good day.